And so here we show that sin 18, which is sin pi by 10 radians, is equal to root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Now, sin 18 is equal to cos 90 minus 18, which is cos 72. And 72 equals 4 times 18. So we want the roots of the equation sin theta equals cos 4 theta. So for convenience, I let S equal sin theta and C equal cos theta. So that sin theta equals 1 minus 2 sin squared 2 theta. Sin theta equals 1 minus 2 sin theta cos theta squared. So that sin theta equals 1 minus 2 4 sin squared theta cos squared theta. And I now use S and C. S equals 1 minus 8s squared c squared. And by the result of Pythagoras, the cos squared is 1 minus sin squared. And so this becomes S equals 1 minus 8s squared 1 minus s squared. So that S equals 1 minus 8s squared plus 8s to the power of 4. So eventually 8s to the power of 4 minus 8s squared minus s plus 1 equals 0. And I can factorize 8s squared, s squared minus 1 minus s minus 1 equals 0. So that 8s squared, lots of s minus 1, s plus 1 minus s minus 1 equals 0. So that s minus 1 times 8s squared, s plus 1 minus 1 equals 0. And so we've obtained our first root. Our first root is that sin theta equals 1, so that theta will be 90 degrees, and sin 90 does indeed equal cos 4 times 90, but that is not the root we're looking for. And so we look inside the brackets and we have 8s cubed plus 8s squared minus 1 equals 0. And we ought to be able to see that if we make s minus a half, we have 8, lots of minus 1 over 8, plus 8, lots of 1 upon 4, minus 1, equals minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 is 0, and so that s plus 1 half will be a factor of this polynomial. And so here I go now with long division, into times minus down. S into 8s cubed is 8s squared times 8s cubed plus 4 4s squared minus down. S into 4s squared is 4s times 4s squared plus 2s minus down, and then we get minus 2 on the end. And so we now have to solve the quadratic equation 8s squared plus 4s minus 2 equals 0. And so we use the quadratic formula, minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 8 times minus 2 all over 16, which is minus 4 plus or minus, and then we've got 16 plus 64, that is 80, which is minus 4 plus or minus 4 root 5 over 16, which cancels down to minus 1 plus or minus root 5 over 4. Now, the sine of pi by 10, or 18, is greater than 0, so we don't want the one with minus 1 minus 5 upon 4, so it must be minus 1 plus 5 upon 4. And so sin 18, or sin pi by 10, is root 5 minus 1 upon